Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in Bloxy Royale. So as soon as you start the game, you can see on the right side it says Metaverse, and you can see a picture of AJ's crate. It's going to teleport you, if you click on that, to this other area where you get together with, I'd recommend just get together with 3 other people, do this in public, or, I mean, if you do it by yourself, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult, but if you can get 4 players together, go in one of those little circles, you got to enter. After a bunch of cutscenes, which I've already cut out of this video because you guys don't need to watch them again, down on the bottom, you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you press keys 1, 2, 3, or 4, then it'll make it so you pull out one of these soldiers and then you can place it down. These soldiers, you put them down, they're automatically going to go towards whatever enemies closest by. So you can see on the right side there's enemies, they're coming straight towards you. Some of them are pretty tough, some of them are not as tough. If you've got friends in there and they're placing stuff down, then you've got an even bigger army. So number 4, you've got AJ Striker. I recommend saving that one till the very end. It costs, there's this elixir cost down there, how it says 3, 4, 3, and 7. There's different elixir costs, and you get more elixir as you go through it. Generally, you're going to have enough elixir to start out to be able to put down a pretty strong army. It's not really towards the end that you're going to be out of elixir, but you do want to save AJ till a little bit later because he's pretty strong and you can only lay down one of them. Now the other ones, it doesn't seem like there's too much of a limitation. The noobs are pretty helpful, the mechs are pretty helpful. Not sure how well the little shacks are doing to help out, but there's a little guy in the middle and you're trying to protect him. Now he's got his own gun and he's got 500 health, but yeah, it's usually like we didn't do too badly as far as keeping him safe with 4 people in the server. When we had 2 people in the server, it was a little more difficult, but I was also having a hard time trying to figure out how to play the game. But yeah, it really wasn't too difficult once we got enough people in the server. Save that dude right there in the middle. Keep putting all of your soldiers down, and you need to make it basically past wave 5. You can see at the top, you can see your progress as you're going through. So when you're finished with wave 4, you can see there's a cutscene. It says, do you hear that? And AJ is going to talk to you, and there's going to be, like I said, a cutscene of a boss. This is a boss that looks like he's got an egg, but it's cracked at the top. I wonder if these guys thought they were signing up for some sort of egg hunt or something. Anyways, you want to put soldiers down, and the soldiers is just going to go straight towards him and start defeating him. Now, he's pretty strong. He takes down these soldiers pretty quickly, but you can see his life will go down, especially if you've got a bunch of people in the server, and as it goes down, you can see he will eventually die, and after he dies, you will see on the bottom right, you will get yourself a badge, and then AJ is going to come back here and talk to you, say you defeated Eagletron, and he's going to give you the crate right there, and of course, we've already seen the badge on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in the game Car Crushers 2. So when you show up, you can see that there's some things you got to do. Unlock the transit bus, you have to get a wedge plow add-on to it, and then you have to get 3 derby knockouts. So this is going to take some time, guys. There's a lot of grinding going on as a part of this. So it says money goal at the bottom. You need to first get $41,000 to be able to purchase the transit bus. So in order to get money in this game, you go up to the top, click dealership, and then you can spawn a vehicle. You get a basic vehicle at first, and as you add money, you can get more expensive vehicles. Now, as you destroy the vehicles, you get more money. So you can go into these little crushers over here, and there's various types of crushers. Sometimes there's a bonus on one of them. We're going to go some more information on that here a little bit later, but all these crushers, pretty much the same thing. They've got just a different theme to them. You park the car in there on a conveyor belt, you get out, and then there is some switches. Usually, depending on what's going on, there might be different switches. So you enable something, and then usually you turn on a conveyor belt. So there's also a direction for the conveyor belt. You can make it go in reverse, or you can make it go forward. So see, we've got the enable, but it's in reverse, so we can flip the direction, and then whatever is in there as a part of the car crusher destroying device, then that will start destroying your car over there. And as you're destroying the car, you can see that you're starting to get more money. If you can purchase more expensive vehicles, again, your money will go up faster, but then you got to spend money to get those more expensive vehicles. So there is an option. You can spend Robux if you want to go in there. If you buy one of the like 190 Robux vehicles, like the last one, you can actually get that and crush that one right there. It's like the Northwest something. But yeah, this one right here, we're going to crush it. And after crushing this, we should have enough money to move on to pick up that transit bus. But this part, in order to earn enough money, it is going to be a lot of grinding, guys. You're going to spend a bunch of time. This might be one that's worth skipping if you're trying to save time. But if you are a completionist, just letting you guys know, this one is going to take a little bit of time. Unless you want to spend Robux, it could be a pay-to-play with less time. But it's still going to take some time, even if you spend some Robux. So now that we've got enough money now, you can see it says unlock the transit bus. I haven't actually purchased it yet, but it still checks that part off. So we're going to go to the dealership. We're going to go into search. We're going to look for transit. Then the transit bus is the thing that shows up. You can see it is $41,000 inside the game. So we're going to purchase that thing right there. Okay, so now we've got it. We can spawn it. And this is what we're going to try to destroy for the next part. If we look here, it says get the wedge plow add-on. But at the bottom, you see it says scrap goal, 0 out of 2,725. So what happens is as you destroy this bus more and more, or any other vehicle for that matter, you will get scrap. And some of these actually will give you more scrap than others, but you see right there, we're just fast forwarding to destroying one of these. And as you're destroying those, you can put them in there. And you can see as they're getting destroyed in the upper left-hand corner of the screen where it says champions up there. If you click on champions, you can see that scrap goal. You can see as it's counting up as your vehicle's getting destroyed. But see this bonus crusher thing? Each time you spawn a vehicle, there's going to be a bonus crusher, and it just keeps changing periodically. So find the crusher in front of you in row 1 or whichever. It depends on how much you've played the game. But yeah, find the one that's going to give you bonus. And if you can get bonus, then that is a better way to do it. You get more money and you get more scrap. But basically, it's just scrap that we care about at this point. So we're going to enable this guy, and we're going to turn on the conveyor belt. We want it to go, you can have it go fast, you can have it go slow, but it seems like sometimes in order to go slow, or even for these, sometimes just like if it's the lasers, put the bus right in front of the lasers and then just turn the lasers on. And it'll just keep destroying it. You don't even have to turn on the conveyor belt every time. So you can see on the bottom it says purchase wedge plow add-on. This is after we finally got 2,700 and whatever, 725 scrap. So we've got enough scrap now. So we're going to go to the dealership. We're going to make sure we're looking at our transit bus. And then we're going to look to customization on the right. Then on the left, you can see wedge plow as an add-on. To 725. So we're going to get that. Now we've got that add-on. We can spawn this thing, and you can see that we've got most of that stuff. Let's see. In the upper left-hand corner of the screen, champions, you can see we just need to get 3 knockouts in the derby now in order to finish this. So you click that little arrow at the top, and that will take you to the main area where you spawn, and then that's where you can spawn into the derby area. So you can join, you can invite friends, you can join a friend. If you get an invite, they can follow you. I'd recommend, again, use the transit bus, and you've got the plow on the front, so that should help you in the destruction derby thing. So all you have to do now in order to get it, to finish this whole thing up, is to get 3 knockouts in here. Now this may take a while. You've got a lot of people in there. You have to basically do the last hit on any vehicle. You can see that they've each got a life bar there at the top, and it goes down as they get hit. So you want to go in there and you want to make sure you get other ones. If you do flip around, the F button will flip you upside down, but right there you can see it says knockout. So I got one of those knockouts. After that, you just want to keep going, get 3 of those knockouts, and then after you do that, you will get the badge and you will be able to get this crate. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in the game Obby Run. So you start out, you can talk to him. He says, you want the crate? Well, you've got to earn it. Collect 20 gems and you will be given your prize. So you just have to collect 20 gems. You get a gem for each level of the obby that you get past. So just start out, climb up the rope. We're going to speed ahead here. You can see right there, there's a diamond. So after level 1, you get a diamond. After level 2, you get a diamond. And then the thing counts down. You go through a couple rounds, and eventually things are going to reset, and you're going to start over, and you're going to start another obby, and you just want to get 20 of those gems. Pretty straightforward, not very difficult. These obbies aren't too challenging either. You can play against other people. It doesn't matter if you get first or if you get second or what happens. You just want to keep going, and you can see that the gems are counting up. We've got 9, we've got 10 right there, and each time we get one of these levels done, we get them. So we're just gonna, of course, speed forward. That round was over, so it shows how well you did during the round, and then of course another round starts, and then you just go in there and you just do the same thing. You just keep playing the obby until you get enough of those diamonds or gems. Anyway, so we've got 19. We're gonna get to the top here. We've got number 20, and you can see it automatically notices, and on the bottom right hand corner of the screen you've got yourself the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ's Crate Drop in the game Power Simulator 2, but my first warning here, guys, don't do it. I just don't do it. Don't waste 2 hours of your life for this crate when you can get it in so many other levels. If you're a completionist, then I'm sorry. I apologize for the dev and what they've done here. Anyways, you're going to waste a bunch of your time in this game to do this mission. First, you have to talk to the main guy in the area. His name is Vale. You go through, you got to do a bunch of missions, and basically just waste a bunch of time grinding, and then eventually you've got the ability to fly, and you've got the fire thing. So after that, you want to come and talk to Wreckedway outside here, and there's the Metaverse hero missions. You can't cancel other missions, so you're going to have this arrow in the middle of you the whole time that's going to be pointing you in different directions and the directions that you don't want to go. But there's a bunch of these different areas. My friend here, Blazy's, kind of flew me around and showed me. But yeah, if you were on foot, you're not going to be able to do this, so you are going to need to make sure that you have the ability to fly. Otherwise, it's just going to take too long. But yeah, this is basically a premium payout trap right here. You're going to play the game. You're going to have to keep flying. Most of the missions, you have to fly completely on the other side of the map. So just kind of watch what I'm doing here. There's a mission where you have to defeat robbers. There's a mission where you have to defeat inmates. You have to go to the volcano. You have to go to a library. This first one, you have to go to a library and you have to read some stuff. Just watch what I'm doing and where I'm going, basically, and you can see that there's all these different missions that you have to do for Wreckedway. So yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead, watch. You can see what we do, like one here in the junkyard. You have to go in there, you have to collect a bunch of stars. There's just a bunch of different missions you have to do. After you complete a mission, you can reset. It will take you back to the beginning area. Then you can go to talk to Wreckedway. You talk to him once, and then you have to talk to him a second time in order to get your mission. And then up on the top, you see all those icons. The second one from the right, the purple question mark, if you click on that one, that's going to show you what your mission is, and it will show you your mission progress. So anyways, good luck. See you back there across that big road over there. Over there, that big city, that big area back there, that's where most of the missions are, and it's really, really far. There's the city where you need the library. There's also the prison over on the other side of this too. The beach city is over here, and pretty much everything that you're going to go to is way over here on the other side. Now, way, way, way back there is the lighthouse for the last mission, but just go ahead and watch where I'm going, and you will see how to do each of these missions. All right, well, if you've taken the time to go through all those missions, this is the last mission right here. You go through the cutscene. After the cutscene, there's a little demon here that you're supposed to fight. He keeps falling off the edge. I spent like a half hour battling against this guy. I came to realize he is bugged out and he was not dying for me. So, yeah, this guy never died for me. If I wanted to reset the server, go back in there, try to fly out here and defeat him, I would. I was so tired of this mission by this one. So, I don't know. I would recommend, because of the timing of the mission, definitely go in, and I wouldn't give it a thumbs up myself. I would go the other direction, because for this kind of event, this is way too long of a mission and it just wastes your time. But anyways, if you can finally defeat this guy over here, you go back to the original Wrecked Way and you talk to him and he will give you the crate. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in the game Ragdoll Mania. So you can see on the right, it says Metaverse event. You can teleport to the special area over here. It says you need to break a certain number of bones, you need to punch people, and you need to collect 10 shards. So on the bottom there, you can see all those things. You need to get $1,500 so that you can at least buy the punch for that part. But basically, a lot of the time is going to be spent just trying to break bones. Each time you get launched from a cannon or you get slapped by something, generally you'll break one of the bones. The shards right there, they're pretty easy to see. There's a bunch of light that kind of shines straight up above them, but I'm also going to show you how to get all of these as well. So that is the second one. There is 10 of them total. Now, some of them are just a little bit tricky to get to. Some of them are not very difficult to get to. Like this one up here, just took a little bit of effort to try to get up there. But while you're at it, feel free to break some bones, because you got to break 40 of the bones. And that's the part that took the most amount of time for me anyways. So we're just trying to jump on the trampoline, break some bones, and try to get over to this shard over here, which was a little bit of the tricky one for us to reach. But we finally got over there just by jumping. So there's the next shard that we want to get. Again, there's other beams of light. You can see there's the shard beam of light, and then there's another beam of light that's next to it. So it's really easy if you just kind of zoom out to see all of those shards and where they are. So again, feel free to break some bones in the process. There's another one right there. Okay, now there's another one at the top of this one. So you want to hit this little yellow teleporter and teleport to the top. There's one of the shards right there. And you know, going down the slide, kind of lame. You don't really do much, it seems, but jumping off the top, now that is pretty effective, and I managed to break some bones in the process of doing that as well. We do have enough money to buy the punch thing, so we're going to be doing that here pretty soon. Let's see. Okay, so on the bottom there, we've got number 1, 2, punch. So you go over there, you spend the money. Now, if you press the 2 button, once you've owned it, just press the 2 key on your keyboard, and that will make you punch. See, just like that. So we're gonna go finish getting the last 2 shards though. The first one, you have to just jump up here, and then the next one, the very last one, is just right across the other side over there with those other pillars. You see those pillars? So we're just gonna slowly make our way to the top of this. You don't want to fall, otherwise of course you're gonna have to start again. And there's one of the shards up there, and you have to get it as a part of this event. So just kind of slow and steady wins the race. It's not really too much of a jump for any of these. It actually doesn't really take too long. I just wanted to make sure I didn't actually fall, because I wanted to make sure I got the shards and didn't want to do it again. So there we go. We've got the 10th shard over there. The next thing we've got is the punches. We have to do 15 punches. So when you're near the people, usually like you punch, and generally when you punch them they will fly, but sometimes you will punch them and they won't fly, because I got 3 punches in there and he only flew on the 3rd punch. So just if you can get a friend to help you with this, then that's the best way to do it if you're working with some people. Otherwise, you're just going to be in a server, there's going to be a bunch of people trying to punch each other, and hopefully people will work together and let others get the punches so they can get 15 total. Would be nice if it was kind of like a little bit lower, but I don't know how it's going to be in public servers once you guys are trying to punch each other, if people are going to start helping each other, or if punching is going to be hard. I'm not sure. Never hurts to get a VIP server and work with friends. So we've got our 15 punches in. Now we're going to speed pretty fast through the rest of this. We go up to the top, we jump, we get punched from other people to get bones broken. We're getting our bones broken. So that's another good thing, is if you let other people punch you, you might get your bones broken stuff going up. So you're actually working towards your goals by letting people punch you. Going up to the top and dropping off, that tends to break a bone. I think I've had better results just jumping out of the cannons and launching out of the cannons, because I fall from that, and it seems I'll generally break 1 or 2 bones after I jump out of the cannon, where if I jump from the really tall spots, sometimes I'll only break just one bone, it seems. I'm not sure if there's a really good way to break multiple bones over and over, but right here, I just kept going back and forth to the cannon. Sometimes I would break some bones jumping down to it. Sometimes I would jump down and hit the trampoline and jump and break some bones that way. But anyways, once you go through and you've got that count going up, you can see on the right side, it is counting up the broken bones. Now, once you get 40 over here, boom. Now we've got 40 and the Metaverse event thing popped up and it says you can press claim, and you can see you've got that badge there on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ's crate drop in the game Ratty. So when you first come in here, I'd recommend just get yourselves a VIP server. Really easy. They are free, and it says from the VIP servers, all you have to do is just go into the back and you can just jump into the train. There was originally going to be a mission that you'd have to go through, but if you died on the boss, you'd have to go through it again, and it was kind of a pain, so they decided to nerf it a little bit here already. So all you have to do is just go to the train, and it says right there, VIP servers are free. So go ahead and get yourselves a VIP server for this, and then interact so that you can go into the train. And this train is going to take you to another location, the Metaverse Champs thing. So I'm basically a bunch of talking that you're going to go through that I'm cutting through and cutting out of here. Pick up that book and then come over here, and then you interact with that, and then that is going to send you across over here. Then there's a bunch more reading and stuff that you have to go through, but then after that, we're going to walk over here behind this stage. So behind the stage, we've got this little door over here. We've got some lasers, so watch out for those lasers. Come into this room, and then in this room, there is an emerald, it looks like. So it sounds like somebody from maybe Ren's team kidnapped AJ, I'm thinking. That sounds like what's going on. Anyways, I don't know if we actually have to interact with all this stuff or we can just kind of go straight forward. But at the end of this, you will find a little door there in the back. So you want to go through the door and walk all the way to the back over here, because in the back there is going to be a boss, and he's going to talk some smack to you. He's going to basically tell you that he doesn't like AJ, he doesn't like your team leader. He's for the Emerald team, which I think is Ren's team. So there's a couple things we need to activate in order to defeat this boss. So we're going off to the rocks on the right side. We're going to hold this thing down over here. And sometimes when things start falling down, I gotta move out of the way. But then, yeah, you don't want to get hit by those things. You don't want to get flung. Otherwise, you got to come back in here and you got to start all over with this whole thing. So now that you've got that part, it says get off those rocks fast. So the rocks that you're standing on, you want to make sure you get off those really fast, because as you can see right over there, boom, those things exploded. And if you're on them when they explode, then you're gonna get flung and you're gonna die, and you're gonna have to start this whole thing all over again. Also, right there in those gaps, make sure you don't fall in those gaps, because again, you will fall and you will die and you will have to start all over. But we do the same thing with these rocks as we did with the other ones. We go in there, we activate it, and we get off of that as quickly as possible, because that is going to explode as well. So now we've got a little button here to the left that we want to interact with. Okay, again, there's a red circle that shows up that's going to indicate that a boulder is going to fall. So you can see that when you've got that, the line that's right above it will get cut. You may not see any change in the amount of life that he loses, but you got to cut both of them before that actually happens. But to finish him off, we're going to cut the second one, and that drops some sort of thing on his head, and that finishes him off. That makes sure he is dead. And then there's a little bit of a pause here, then he's going to talk again, and then on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you're going to see that you've got the... Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ's crate drop in the game Treasure Quest. So this is one of those games, it's a quest game. You go in there, you level up, you keep going through the dungeons, and each time you level up, you get more powers, you're able to trade, you're able to get more powerful weapons. So if you can definitely join somebody in this one, and join somebody who has some knowledge and work together, that's the best way to do it. So you have to start this monolith boss. You click play, start monolith boss, set it for your difficulty level. The lowest is medium, and I would recommend do public so that you can get some other people in here to help you, because if this is your first time playing the game, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible pretty much, to be able to defeat him on your own with all that you've got, and it's going to be very hard. So he has a couple different things that he throws at you. This thing, this green thing that circles around, you want to stay out of the green stuff, because when he shoots, it's going to come at you. Now he's got these laser eyes as well. just make sure you run around and get away from him as he's got those lazy eyes. Use your magic weapons. You've got like the F right there, and it's got a little fireball. There's some other guys that come into the arena and start battling against you, so if you can try to stay out of the green stuff while you're continually moving and killing those guys. And then again, guys, this is going to be a lot easier if you get into a server with some people that already are pretty good at this game, or you're working together with other people. You can get 10 people in the server working together on this. So many hands make light work. Don't try to do this one by yourself in a VIP server, even though they're free. You can see I just died there, but you do have 4 lives, so you can actually die a few times. And also, if you die 4 times, you do have the ability to revive for 24 Robux. So but again, I recommend just try to get together with some people who are really strong in this game. After you defeat this guy, the monolith, then you will get the badge. Right now you get the badge. I'm not sure if you get the crate because it is soft launch and it's super easy, so you guys might want to wait just a little bit before you go in and do this one. But after you guys defeat that monolith, you and your friends more likely, then you should have the badge on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in the game Unboxing Simulator. So right here in the middle, right where you spawn in the very beginning, you can see AJ's right there. If you go and you talk to him, he's going to give you a mission, and it's to open 100 boxes. So if you have never played this game before, then you can go through all the tutorials, get just the basic stuff. And in this beginning area, it's not too long. If you've got stronger swords, it takes less time to open the boxes. But if you are starting with the basic swords and the pets and the things that you get, it'll teach you how to open the eggs, how to use the swords, how to upgrade the swords, how to do all that stuff. There's just a little tutorial in the beginning that you'll have to go through, but all you have to do is unbox 100 of these boxes. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You click on them, you'll go to them, you'll unbox them. If your hat inventory is full, just click the X on the upper right and it'll just keep going, because some of these have hats on. Now, if you do get hats, put them on, and if you do get pets, use them, because then it will help you unbox these a little bit faster, so it'll make you stronger to go through that thing. And you can see on the left side it says AJ Striker week 4, and that is progressing and showing as you progress how much closer you are getting to 100 boxes. So that's simple, pretty straightforward. Afterwards, all you have to do is click on claim, and you can see on the bottom right there. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ Striker's crate drop in the game War Simulator. So you go in there and you press play. This one's kind of similar to the Gods of Glory, but on the left side we're killing red guys here in the middle. So there's 15 of them that we want to destroy. There's some invaders that are attacking on the bottom. You can see that you've got all sorts of weapons. You've got a knife, you've got a gun, and then you've got some other thing there for number 3. But basically for the gun, that's all you need to use to take out the invaders. If you have any of the melee attackers coming for you, I recommend just use the knife and take them down. Those guys are a little annoying. See them right there, those melee troopers. You can run, you can just try to shoot them, but it's a lot quicker to just kill them with the knife. So it's pretty simple. You just go through, and there's plenty of the red guys all throughout the map, and you just go through and kill at least 15 of those guys. All right, so now that we've got about 15 of them, you can see on the bottom right, we've got the badge, and then this thing pops up, says you've saved the metaverse and you've earned Striker's mystery box. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get AJ's crate drop in the game Tower Defense Simulator. So you start out in this little lobby area, and there is a portal over here. It says TDS, and when you go towards it, there is a splash screen that pops up, and it is AJ. So you need to defend here this mission. It's like a tower defense game, other tower defense games. You've played them. It's very similar. So down below, you have to pick the $200. You start out with $700. You have to pick a couple of those soldiers down below. You want to try to earn enough money to try to get the rocket guys, and you also want to get one of those guys in the middle that costs 2,000. So if you can try to get one of those guys, you're going to need them later, because it really is the last wave that is the hardest, and you just need to prepare for that one. You can go around and you can click on your soldiers, and you can also upgrade them. The sniper guys, you can only put them up there, up in the bush areas. So I would recommend the rocket guys, put them at the end of a long part of the road, like right here. Put the sniper guys up on the bush areas. The snipers don't seem to do much. They're pretty helpful, but they just don't shoot that often. And once the waves start coming in pretty fast and they're moving fast, then they're not as helpful. So you can always click on any of your soldiers and you can always sell them. That's always an option as well. When it says vote skip up at the top, just click on no, go, because if you click on yes, then it's just going to send the next wave in there just even faster, and you may not want that necessarily, but you can see they start going faster and they start making their way a little bit further down the line. So you want to start protecting your tower there towards the end of the run a little bit. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to go through a total of 10 waves. You can see right here we've got Faye Yoshida's is the last boss right here and is making her way through. So you want to start going through, and if she's past all these soldiers and they're not doing anything, go through and sell them so you can make some money, so you can start upgrading some of the soldiers that are a little bit here towards the end and putting some more in there, because she is pretty tough and she's got a lot of HP. So all you really have to do is go through this wave and you have to defeat Faye Yoshida's, who is your enemy. So all you have to do is defeat her, have a strong enough army, or have enough HP drawn away from her so that when she goes in there, she doesn't defeat your tower. So once you defeat her and you don't let her go in your tower, then you will win and you will have the badge on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Westbound. So on the right it says spawn as an outlaw. Pick Fort Cassidy because it's the closest to the train. You can see the train coming in the map. So as soon as you spawn, you want to try to hurry up and catch that thing. So just walk outside of this area and you will see a horse will just spawn there automatically. You go up to it, you hold F. Now you can see the map on the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and we're gonna have to go and catch that train. So we're gonna try to ride as fast as we can. We're just gonna go across this little dirt bridge, and then you can see off to the right, you can see we're aiming to go up in the map, and you can see off in the distance you can actually see the train back there, and it's moving along. So what you're trying to do is try to catch that train, basically. So I think you can get to this spot, wait for other trains to come through. After the trains come through, you can come and do the same thing. And I think you just have to be an outlaw in order to do this, because you're technically doing a robbery here. So there's that train over there. You can see that we're keeping up to it. If you want to see where it is, you can always click on the map on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. But you can see one of those train cars is actually green. So we want to try to get to the green train car. We're able to just kind of jump from our horse to actually just jump onto the train. But if you're on the ground and you try to jump on the train, that'll work. You can try to go up the ladder, but if not, you might fall. So another way to get through the train cars is just use your dynamite. Just hold the button down and that will plant the dynamite to get into the door. It looks like you already have the dynamite automatically. So we're just gonna go through this train car just because we didn't want to risk falling off and missing the green train car. So what we're doing is this one right here. This is Rain's train car. So you open this one up, you go inside, and you can see inside we've got Ren's treasure chest. And I said Rain, but it's Ren. And you've got the badge there on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game, whatever floats your boat. So when you start, just pick a spot to spawn, and then you want to load a boat. So in the beginning, there's going to be a countdown time. You have time to build a boat. You can build something as basic or as simple as you want, or if you've played this game before, you might already have a boat. You're going to see a yellow arrow, though, that's going to send you towards a certain direction. What I want you to do is follow this yellow arrow. The objective in order to get this one is to basically survive around inside of this space right here. So the yellow arrow is going to tell you where to go, and then when you're standing inside of it, you can see that the whole area, it turns green in the perimeter. So we're going to sit here, we're going to wait till it starts raining, and then when it rains, then the water is going to come up, and then you've got 2 minutes to survive, and you just want to end the round inside of this green square alive. If there's other people inside of the server, maybe you guys can work together and just stay in there, don't shoot at each other, but there is cannons. There could be possibly people in the server who are trying to shoot at you or shoot at others or trying to troll others, so hopefully there isn't too much of that. You can do this in a VIP server, but anyways, when the timer runs out on the top, you can see on the bottom right, you've got yourself the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game 2-player Evolution Tycoon. So you don't need 2 players to do this, but you do, when you come in, you have to claim at least one of the plots right there. Otherwise, Ren won't talk to you to move on to the next part. So as soon as you load in, claim one of the plots, and then you turn around and you can see there is a cabin and there's a big green light that shines above it so you can see exactly where to go. And then you head that direction, and that is Ren's cabin. Ren is chilling over there, and you need to go and talk to Ren. So you just interact with Ren, and it says, "Greetings. they're running out of fruit. So they want you to go and get some fruit for them. So all you have to do is run and get some fruit for Ren. It says the quest on the left side, it says 0 out of 5 fruit. Now you run pretty slow. It feels like you actually move pretty slow in this game compared to most other games, but the fruit is really everywhere. It's all over the map and it's constantly dropping. It's not really difficult to find. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, we've already got 3 of them. You just go up to them and you just walk over them to pick them up. And you can also see, we're trying to head towards this other fruit in the back, but you can see it falling from the trees as well. So under the trees, you can see that there's apples falling. There's other things falling from the sky. We got lemons, we've got watermelons, we got all sorts of stuff. But you can see now we've got 5 out of 5 of the fruit. Really simple, really easy to do this. Now that we've got all 5 of the fruits, we're just gonna go over to Ren and we're gonna interact with Ren one more time. So here we go, we're coming around the corner. Ren is right there. We're gonna interact with Ren saying, thank you very much for bringing me the fruit. And you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you've got yourself that bag. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Egg Farm Simulator. So the first thing you have to do is wait for a long period of time. You can go into a VIP or a public server, maybe jump around from public. But anyways, there's this egg rocket in the middle and there's a little timer on the side. Every 15 minutes, this one takes off to what you need to do. So nice little premium payout thing there for the devs. They're just trying to get you to sit in their server for a while so they can get premium payouts. So you have to wait for 15 minutes for the rocket. Then there's another 2-minute thing that's going to pop up. But after the timer from the rocket goes out, wait a little bit. There was a time before that happened and the purple circle actually showed up. So just got to wait for a long period of time. The next, you're going to get teleported to this boss and you want to deal 20% damage to the boss. Now you don't have to actually defeat it. You don't have to win. I would recommend just try to stay alive and try to keep doing as much damage as you can. If you see any fruits, pick up the fruits because that makes it so you can actually do damage a little bit faster. So grab those fruits and then you can start hitting a little bit harder. But if you die, you're going to come here and if you have enough damage, you'll see on the bottom right hand corner, you will get the badge. But if you didn't do enough damage, you're going to have to wait around for another 15 minutes, go up there and make sure that you deal at least 20% damage. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you'd like to support, please use code DeeterPlay when buying Robux. And also make sure you subscribe and you've got the notification bell on, not only for the launchers, because I've got launchers for all of these launch boxes, but also future news, events, and free items that hit the catalog on Roblox. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Gods of Glory. So when you start the game, you can see right here, it says find and destroy 15 of these guys, the Metaverse Invaders. So the Metaverse Invaders are the red shirts. So we've got a little bit of a Star Trek sort of theme going on here. I'm not sure if any of you guys got that, but the red shirts don't survive. They always die. So there's a tutorial in the beginning. It shows you, you first have the ability to kick. So you can kick the little blue guys, you can kick the little red guys, and not far into it after you kick one, you can see that you've unlocked Fireball. So Fireball is a bit more powerful than actually kicking, but you can see there's a red guy right there. So I'm kicking him, killing him. All you have to do is go through and you can kill 15 of those henchmen. So on the right, it says 1 out of 15 henchmen kills. It will continue counting as you go through and kill the henchmen. Now, in some areas, like further around, you won't be really attacked. You're just running around and you're attacking things. And you can get minions as you get more and more money, or mana is what you have in here. But in some of these towns, you're going to find that there are some soldiers that actually will fight back and attack you. Now, if you die, it's no big deal. You will just get rebooted and you will come back in the same area and you just keep doing what you're doing and killing the red shirts. So all you have to do is it's just one of those grand games. You go through, you kill 15 of those henchmen. After you kill your 15th one, then a little splash screen will pop up and it will say congratulations, and you will see your badge on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Island Tribes. So it says right at the beginning right there, equip that stick that you've got that you start with. You're going to want to do that just to chop down a tree, chop down any tree right there. That's part of the normal tutorial, but you're going to need to do this anyways in order to get 3 pieces of wood, which is a part of this mission. So just chop down a tree, and after you do that, you should be able to pick up at least 3 pieces of wood. If not, chop down another one. But you can see up here in the upper left-hand corner, it says you can click on help and it'll tell you what to do for Ren's mission. It says, get 3 pieces of wood, make one of the nets. It's like a weak net, so you're going to want to build that. That's the second part. And then the third part, it says to capture a spring wisp. So you can click on that menu anytime if you want to see what you need to do. But in the upper left-hand corner over there, it has a picture of a backpack. Shows your inventory. This is where you can see your inventory on the right side. And then on the left side, you can see how you craft. One of the things you can make there is a raft, really easy. But on the right, you can see you can make yourself that weak pet net. So after you've got the 3 pieces of wood, you've crafted that. Over on the right side, you can see that you've got your inventory. Now you should have that net in your inventory. Now go to it and equip it. So now that you've gone to that and you've equipped it, you click the little X button in the bottom middle in order to close that whole menu. Now you want to get your net and equip your net, of course. Now you're looking for these little glimmering things that are running around. They're sort of small. They're pretty easy to see. See, I just saw one and then something popped up in front of my screen. But you can see this person's chasing after one. They've got a little particle behind them. Go up to it and then swipe it with your net. And then after you capture it, you can see on the bottom right, you've got the badge, and then you will have Ren's treasure. Hey guys, we're going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game. Jump over the wall. So you're going to need to get into a public server or work with at least more than 1, 2, 3, 4 friends to work on this. But when you go in here, there's this teleport to the green area. So hit that green teleporter. You can jump over the first wall by yourself. And then when you hit the buttons, then other people can go through. So you want to help each other out, work together on this. So just kind of keep going. In order to jump over these areas, you can't do it by yourself. You have to basically jump over somebody else. So you have to work with a bunch of people, and you guys are all working together to jump over each other to jump to the next part, then stand on the button so that everybody can walk through so you guys can all advance forward. So here we go, just exactly what we're doing here. Stand on the button, make sure you do that, and you actually help the other people get through. Otherwise, they're not going to want to help you moving forward. So you're going to have to work together as a team. I recommend if you can get at least 4 or 5 people to work together on this, then it shouldn't be too hard, and you guys should be able to get through this fairly quickly. But if you're trying to do this by yourself, or you just got 2 people or 3 people, then this is going to end up being a lot more difficult, because this last wall is actually fairly tricky. You're going to have to get people stacked and people jumping on top of each other to get up there, and then boom, make sure you push the button to let everybody get through. Don't be a troll. Don't prevent people from going through on the last part if you're the one who made it. But then after that, you just land on that. You can see on the bottom right, you've got your badge and you've gotten teleported to the Labyrinth. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Labyrinth. So when you start out in this main area, Ren Brightblade is right there. You just want to talk to Ren and make sure you continue through the conversation, and Ren is going to tell you what you need to do, which is reach level 5 in the game, which is not too hard. So if you're already in the game and you're already level 5, you just go and you collect it and you're good to go. So if you haven't, and this is your first time playing, you're going to have to go through. It says you can mine ores, you can chop trees, you can escape mazes, and you can do quests. So in order to level up, there's lots of different ways to do it. I wouldn't recommend going through mazes. There's a whole bunch of NPCs around here though, and they might all have different quests here for you. So some of them have daily quests, some of them have a whole bunch of different ones. Like this guy right here, Token Hoarder. They have different things that they've got going on, but we're gonna go and talk to Durana, and what you have to do is, in this one, in order to level up, we're gonna do a couple of her quests. So first one is just exploring around. So in order to do this one, all you have to do is accept it, and then you have to go talk to a couple different characters throughout the map. So just watch me. My friend guided me through this whole thing and showed me where all the characters were. So watch all the locations I go. Make sure you talk to each one of those characters, and you can just say goodbye. You don't have to talk to them very much. You just interact with them and then say goodbye, and then you'll see we're going to reset and we're going to go back to Durana. Okay, so now that we've completed that part, we're going back to Dorana. We've talked to everybody. So Dorana's first quest, exploring the glade. You can see on the bottom it says finish because we've talked to all those people, and you're going to level up to level 2. Basically, this is what we're going to do. Another quest to get to level 3, another one to get to level 4, and then one more to get to level 5. Then we talk to Ren, and then we get the item. So the next quest right here is Lumberjack. So we have to get a specific type of wood. There's light wood, there's heavy wood. You want to get normal wood. So we're going to go and we're going to find the trees that give us normal wood. This is what one of the trees look like. So you can work with other people as well. Just go up to it, interact with it, and then you can just hold down the button and you'll just start chopping on the trees. So we're just going to go through and we're going to collect a certain amount that you can check your progress, I believe. Go check your inventory on the bottom, and I think you need to just get 15 of each of these before you can progress. So you can keep checking your inventory down there, but when you look at the mission, it tells you how much you got to get for this mission. So we're gonna do the same thing. Just keep going through. We're gonna check our inventory, see if we've got the right amount of the normal logs, and then when we do, we're gonna do the same thing that we did last time. We just need, I think, one more tree here, and okay. So now we check how much we've got. We've got a reset, and we're gonna go talk to Dorana again, and we're gonna level up. Next thing is Miner. Turn around right behind her. Make sure you get the iron ore, guys. There's stone, there's iron. The iron, it kind of has little iron looking rust on the side of it. So make sure you are mining the right stuff. So just like the trees, if you're working with somebody else, it's okay. If 2 people work on something, it looks like it kind of just, both people get the same amount, 4 to 6 of whatever the item is, the ore. So this ore as well, what we're using, we are going to use it later for the last step. Anyway, once you've got enough of the iron ore, go back to Dorana. You're going to level up because you finish, and you're going to make your first weapon. So you want to make yourself a pike weapon. So we're going to have to go to the guy that allows us to forge weapons around this corner over here. So go in there, and in customization, you want to change the materials to materials that you guys actually have. Now, you should have enough materials from the previous quests for this part. So you're going to have some wood, you're going to have some iron. So the head and the shaft make out of iron, and then or the top and the bottom make out of iron, and then the shaft make that out of normal wood. So yeah, you just go through and use the materials you've got. Otherwise, it's going to say you don't have the right materials, but it says tool is going to be constructed. But now it takes 10 minutes for this to actually work. You can go and you can talk to him, and you can click on your progress over there. So we're going to talk to him, interact, click on progress, and it's going to show how many minutes it is until this is done. So it takes about 10 minutes. So what you do is afterwards, you get it, you go back to Dorana, you finish, you go to level 5, and then you go to Ren and you talk to him, and then you will get the badge because you will be level 5. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game Pet Tycoon. So when you start the game, it says right here, week 4 challenge. You have to do 6 challenges here in the game. So there's 6 specific challenges that you have to do. Just click past all these things. They're going to try to sell you some stuff. So you've got your little area right there, which is kind of like a tycoon, and you've got the whole map. In the middle, you've got a ship, and around there, you've got some evil pets. And over here in the corner, you've got the Metaverse Champions area. So there's a list here that shows the 6 things that you have to do. You have to kill an evil pet, you have to purchase a dropper, you have to defeat a boss, you have to obtain a certain pet, you have to equip a pet, and there's like this other one that you have to find. So we're going to show you how to do all of these things that you have to do. Also, one thing there, it says use code Metaverse as well. That one's super easy. These are all pretty easy. Some of the time you're going to have to wait for a boss. But anyways, first thing on the left, on the bottom, it says that barcode. Go in there, use code Metaverse. That is the first thing. You can see that those items are checked off right here as you go through them. So now the second thing that we're going to do is we are going to go towards the center over there. That's where a ship is. It looks like it's a sunken ship that we've got over there. So for the gear on the bottom, we've automatically got ourselves a sword, and we're going to be using that later. But next thing we're going to do that's super easy, you look on the right side and the middle icon, it's flashing for you. You've already got some pets. All you have to do is equip one of the pets. So that is one of the items and things that you have to do in order to get this whole thing done. That is one of the missions. So now we're going to go around here to the front side of this ship, And on the front side of the ship, you can see that is where you find this black pet. So that is one of the missions too. Just go up to it and click right on it in order to get that part. So next thing that we're going to try to do here is our tycoon area. We have a dropper. So this is like part simulator, part pet tycoon thing. So over here with the droppers, you can see in the middle is where you've got the droppers and drone striker right there. We're going to click on that one. We're going to unlock that one. We should have enough money to do it. I've never played the game and I already have enough money to do that. So we're going to click on the drone striker and that's the one we're going to get. Now we're going to go look at our list. It looks like we've got a lot of the things done. Next thing we do though, we have to defeat one of these evil pets. So all of these evil pets that are hanging out around the map, just go up to any one of those and just defeat that one right there. Okay, so now we've got 5 out of 6 of the items done. The last thing we have to do, it says, is a boss battle. So now this part, you may just have to wait a little bit because the bosses only spawn every now and then. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to the boss arena. Now here inside the boss arena, it shows a little timer and how long it's going to be till the next boss battle. So it's over 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes for me. Now when that timer runs out, your boss is going to show up here. So first thing you have to do is just attack the little tiny blooms. If you've got more people in the server, then this makes it a lot easier. It takes a lot less time if you've got people working together, and then later it will show the stats on who worked on the boss the most. So after you defeat the 4 little things, all you have to do is keep going up to it. Every now and then it will jump and kind of blow you back and hurt you, but after you get that final thing done, you've got 6 out of 6 of the challenges. Now you're not completely done yet. You still have to head over here to the Metaverse Champions area, and you can look on that list. You can see that all of them are checked off. You got 6 out of 6. So in this same area, there's right over here, you're gonna have to unequip your sword, and then after you unequip your sword, like I've got, then go and click on the chest, and then you can see on the bottom right, you've got yourself that badge. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to get Ren's treasure chest in the game, Ronald. So when you start out, you can talk to him in the lobby if you want. You don't really have to. The objective is to get a meal for our friend Ren. You can go into any of the chapters, and in any of the chapters, you can find the 3 items. You need fries, you need burgers, and you need a drink. So if you need to know how to get through any of these, there's lots of YouTube videos on how to get through every single chapter. You can get this in any of the chapters, and the locations of these items, the fries, the drinks, and the burger, they are different each time. So this second time I'm recording, you see I'm not actually picking this up. Like right here, the fries, I already went through a first time and completed the mission, but I didn't actually record, so I had to come through and do it again. But that's the fries right there. So after you pick that up, that is going to be one of your gear items in the bottom. Usually you can only hold on to 1 item, but you can actually hold on to 4 as long as the 3 items are the food items that you need for Ren at the beginning. So after you collect all of these, you also have to escape in order to get the badge. So chapter 1, pretty easy. You find the keys, you open the doors. Each door you open gives you another item to get a little bit further. This is just another granny piggy thing. Anyways, that is the Coke. That is the drink right there. So now we've got 2 out of 3 of the items. We've got the fries, we've got the drink, and again, these are going to be in different locations, but they're not hard to see. Once you're walking around, you can see they appear pretty easily. Now, here's the 3rd item right there, the burger. So after you touch that one, you should have it down in your inventory at the bottom, but again, I don't have that there because I already went through this the first time, and if you already grabbed it and you've already got it, then if you go through again, you're not going to be able to pick up the items. Anyways, now all you have to do is escape. After you escape the map and you get out, you will see the badge in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's secret package in the game Super Striker League. So this is a soccer game. When you start up, it just says right there you have to win 1 public match. So you can't do this in VIP. You can't work with friends unless you guys can get together in the same server and try to work together on which team wins. In which case, just go in there and keep playing. Try your hardest. Try to win with your team. In order to steal the ball from the other team, you can run by holding shift, and when you press space bar, when you're close to them, you will basically do a slide and try to steal the ball from them. Then you want to go to your side. Sometimes you got power-ups you can see on the bottom. Once that gets all the way to the top, you can press Q, and that can do some booster stuff, but I recommend just keep trying to steal it, keep trying to score the goal. Usually it seems like we had more success when we were aiming for the goalie somewhere in the bottom corners on the right or left, but anytime you shot for about the middle, it seemed like the goalie did a pretty good job at preventing anybody from getting any of those goals. So you can see I'm on the red team. We've got 2 points right now, and the clock up at the top in between the scores. You just want to be the one on the team with the highest score when that clock runs out in order to get this one, which shouldn't be too difficult, but it might take a little bit of time. It might take a few games depending on how hard people are. But when that runs out, if your team is the winning team, you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen that you've got yourself that badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's secret package in the game Teddy. So when you start out, you just go, you talk to Sparks. She's right there in the beginning, and you just basically, all you have to do is play the game for about an hour. It is just grind. You go, you hatch hats, you put on the hats, you hatch pets, you put on you equip the pets. You can equip 2 hats at a time, you can equip 2 pets at a time. Basically each step you have to go through, you open things like right here, you get bushes, you have to collect about 10 of them to go to the next part, and then eventually you have to collect 15 of the items to go to the next part, and then eventually you have to collect 20, and then 25, and then 30, and then 35. So your mission is to get to chapter 10, which is Paradise, the Paradise Island. So just watch what I'm doing. Each step you go through, you want to try to get the really good gloves, so you spend as little time as possible trying to work on whatever you're trying to grind on. The next part, you always stand on a platform, and it tells you exactly what you need to get to the next part. Like this part, we're collecting bike parts. We need 5 of each one. There's like a seat, there's pedals, there's tires, and there's a frame, and you have to collect 5 of each, move on to the next point, and then pretty much each of these stages are the same sort of thing. If you've ever played Unboxing Simulator, this game is similar to that. You just have to keep going forward. There's little parts of the storyline. Sometimes you have to get money, sometimes you have to get briefcases, sometimes you have to get different items, and it's all about advancing to the next point. So just kind of watch what we're doing here, and then when we get to chapter 7, I will show you what you need to do. All right, so here we go. Finally, after you have been grinding for about an hour, then you can go into this island and you can just see Sparks Kilowatt right back there in the back. You talk to her, you click on yay, and you can see on the bottom right that you've got the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Sparks Kilowatt's secret package in the game Unicorn Obby. So as soon as you start, there's this Easter Bunny guy over here. You got to talk to him. He's going to give you a little bit of the storyline, and I'm going to pretty much edit out most of what he's saying. He talks for a long time, but basically there's 7 different crystal shards things that you have to use to defeat this ancient magic to start up that core. So there's 7 fragments that are missing that you're going to find throughout this obby. Basically, all you have to do is make it to the end of the obby, and you will end up finding those shards on your way through. So this is probably going to take you about maybe 15 to 20 minutes. There are some stages that are very tricky, but there's also the option to skip a stage for 10 Robux if you want to do that. So it's just a unicorn themed obby. I'm going to leave this video here at normal time. There's some spots where you have to choose different colors or a very specific path. So this video should help you with those parts for sure. And there are some parts of the obby where it's not really clear necessarily what to do as well. So this should help you with that as well. There's also the fact that if you're tall in the game, if you got your proportions to where you're really tall and everything, it might be a little bit more challenging. So it might be worthwhile to go into your avatar editor and change your proportions so that you're shorter, so that the scale and proportions and everything is small, and then it might make it a little bit easier for you to get through some of these. But yeah, you can see usually before whatever they do for different stages, you can see that they will tell you what's going on, because this one, like these clouds, they make you bounce a little bit. There's some other clouds that you have to swim through. That one's not fun. There's some balls that are moving that you have to kind of jump on, and there's certain things that disappear, like this right here, these little wafers that you jump on. You can see that they fall down shortly after landing on them. So you got to keep moving forward and you got to keep doing this, but it is a basic obby. Just watch this video, watch how I go through the obby, and then watch at the end what we do, because there's actually that switch off there to the left. So after we get all 7 of the fragments, we have to make sure we flip that switch in order to get the secret package. So just watch how I'm going through this video, and we will chat with you guys here at the end. All right, so now that we've made it here to the end, see that little switch over there? We've got to go up to it, and then we've got to activate the switch. So activating the switch is going to cause this thing to open up, and it's going to push the secret package forward. Now, all you have to do is go up to the secret package and interact with it, and then you will see the badge on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Sparks Kilowatt secret package in the game Bingo. So this one is straightforward. You just go, you talk to Sparks, and then she's going to give you this card right here. You can see at the top where it says menu, Metaverse. You can click on that Metaverse thing and make it appear or come back or go away, but it's just an AFK waiting game. You get this card and you have to wait, and as the numbers are called in the top when you go through the games, then you can see that it will start automatically pushing those numbers there on your card. And let's see, you're probably gonna have to sit in the server basically for about 20 minutes just doing nothing. You might want to, like, you know, press a few buttons in between games just to make sure it's going through and it's showing your card, but that's basically all you have to do is just sit there and look at the numbers as they come across the top. There's a little bit of a intermission, as you can see here, between games, but then they start up there, and about every 6 seconds you can see while the game's going on, you can see the numbers are popping up at the top. I've sped this up quite a bit. Shout out to all those people who made it in the server here with me, who are in the background, and they're saying what's up there as well. So yeah, you just have to go through and you have to get all of those, and there's a little countdown, and on the bottom, when it's all filled out, you have to make sure you click claim. Okay, so click on claim and then claim it, and then you will get the badge. And yeah, this one's pretty easy. It's just AF. Because I'm going to show you how to get Sparks secret package in the game Bloxymon. So think of this sort of as like Pokemon in Roblox a little bit. So when you start out, there's a little bit of a tutorial. You have to talk to some people. You have to go through a couple of the trainers, and you have to go into this room, and you have to pick yourself your first Bloxymon. I'm skipping through a lot of the talking, a lot of the chatter and stuff. So I picked my first one. Eventually we're gonna have to catch some more, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that village, and we need to go find Sparks, and we need to talk to her. She is gonna have a couple of missions for us, so we're also gonna skip through some of her talking. Her first mission, though, is that she wants to get some of those capture crates. Now, you can get capture crates by winning battles against other Bloxymons. There's also treasure chests that you can find, and you can find them in there, but I'd recommend just do a battle, find a Bloxymon that you can beat, and then after you beat it, you should get rewards, and a lot of the time, the reward that you're going to get is going to be capture crates. So they might use Stomp and certain moves on you. You have moves there on the bottom, special moves. Usually during those, there's bubbles that swipe through, and you have to click on the bubbles, and generally these moves, you have to do a few... you have to do a little damage for you to be able to do it, but then you can lose the battle. But even if you lose battles, check this out, even if you lose, you can revive, and just for reviving, you can get points, you can level up, and see, we've got the capture crates right there. So even though I lost, I still managed to get some capture crates, but you can see on the left side, on the upper left-hand corner, how many of the capture crates you get. So just do some battles, win, lose, do some reviving, you'll eventually get some capture crates. So this next time that you talk to Sparks, she tells you to go to the store because you need to capture some fruit. So this fruit that you're supposed to buy at the store is supposed to make it easier for you to catch the Bloxymon. So we have to do that as a part of the mission. I've tried capturing several Bloxymon without the fruit and had pretty much no success with that whole thing. So it's almost like you have to get the fruit in order to capture them. So scroll to the right, it's this purple one right here, the catch fruit. Get 2 of those. So you're going to want to buy 2 of those. If you don't have enough money, go do some more battles. Win or lose, you're going to get some money as a reward, and then you'll eventually have enough money to do this. But after what you've gone through at this point, you should have enough to get 2 of the capture fruits. Now we're going to go back to Sparks. We're going to talk to her, and she's saying, thank you so much. So now each of you guys technically have a capture fruit at this point. The next mission that she gives to you is you have to go and capture a Bloxymon. So we found ourselves a Burude. This one has less BP. Look in the top right there when it has BP. Basically, the one with the most BP is usually going to be the one that wins. Sometimes with less BP, depending on their type effectiveness, you may be able to win against something that's stronger than you, but it's not usually likely. So that crate, when it turns green, you can see that you've captured it, and then it's going to show you your Bloxymon. Now we're going to go talk to Sparks one more time, and we're going to show her that we captured something. She's like, okay, so I've seen how you've done it. I'm going to go and capture one. She goes, she captures one, then she says, come back and battle against me. So her Coapa right there is very strong. So as you can see, it's got 132 BP. It beat me right away. What we need to do is go and capture a Bloxymon that is stronger. So we found a Coapa here in the wild, and it's got 187 BP. We went and got some capture fruit. So get some capture fruit, feed it the capture fruit, make sure you've got crates, and then try to catch it. And then this way, the goal is to try to just capture a Bloxymon that is stronger than the one that she's got with the 132 BP. This one's got 187. We captured it, so now we've got a stronger Bloxymon than the one that she's working with. Then we're gonna get these awards. Then over on the right side where it says menu, over there, we can select menu, and then it's going to take us here to the Bloxymons. We can select the one that we want, and we can equip it. Now we're going to go and battle against Sparks. We're actually ready to battle her this time against what she's got. So we're going to go there, we're going to talk to her, and the battle is going to start. So in order to do the battle, you just need to click to do some damage, and you can see on the bottom those 3 icons. The one on the left, snare. That is a strong move. You want to click on that when you can, and then click on all the bubbles that appear after you click on snare. And then this should do a fair amount of damage. If you don't use these moves, you're probably not going to win just by trying to hit them. So you have to make sure that you use these stronger moves in order to win this thing. So now that you've won the battle, you can see that you've got some XP and you've got some rewards. All you have to do now is just talk to Sparks, and she's gonna say, good job, you beat me. Now I'm gonna give you your reward. And then after you talk to her, you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you've got yourself the badge. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to get Sparks secret package in the game Burger Bay. So right now there's a paywall. You have to spend 100 Robux in order to get in the game. Tomorrow they should update it, basically by Thursday, to make it free. So hopefully they get rid of the paywall. If not, I wouldn't recommend it. You can do other games, so don't worry about a paywall to get one of these for a point for somebody. I wouldn't do that. When you start out, you just claim daily rewards, and it shows you here on the left side. You click on Metaverse, and there's basically a couple different jobs. There's a delivery, a supplier, a cook, a server, and you want to take orders in the front. You want to do all of the jobs basically in the game. So we're going to do the first one where we just take orders here in the front. Also on the right underneath the house, you can pick that briefcase, and if you click on that, you can pick the jobs that you want to go to. So this one's pretty easy, straightforward. Like many other games, you have people coming to you and they give you an order. You want to click on the correct order, and you want to do 10 of these total. So you can click on the Metaverse thing on the left side to check your progress if you want to, just to see how many of these you've done, or you can count along the way. Either way, you want to make sure you get 10 of those totals. So now that we've almost got 10 of these, the greetings, pretty much all of them work. It doesn't matter which one you use. They're all pretty much, can I take your orders? So now that you've taken the orders for 10 people, you can see right there that part of your mission is complete. So we've got a couple other missions that we have to do. There's 4 other ones. So we're going to go to the next one, which is the server. We just go around the corner and there's a bunch of these trays. If there is cooks who are fulfilling orders, as long as we've got people taking orders, making orders, fulfilling them. If you're in the server by yourself, then you can just kind of go through and you can take the orders, you can cook the stuff, you can serve the orders. Cooking would come second, but I had someone in the kitchen already doing lots of the cooking, so I decided to come and do the serving. So the serving, we're going to get that part out of the way. So now on the other side, let's see, we can see that that's complete. We've got the kitchen. So there's a bunch of orders up at the top. There's different stations. There's fry stations. There's burger stations. There's a drink station. You can go to any of those and look at the pictures of what we've got up there. It's pretty straightforward. There's like patties. You can cook them here with fries. You've got the cardboard containers. You've got the deep fryers. You can put the fries in the deep fryers, and when you're done with something that is ordered, you can push it over to the right side of the table, and you can see the green square. You just want to move that to the green square. So basically that's all you have to do is go through for the cooking. You have to make at least 10 different items and move them over to the green squares in order to do this next part. So you can look over here in the Metaverse. We've got those 3 completed. We took orders, we made the orders, and we served the orders. Now we're going to click on this briefcase over there underneath the house on the right. Now we're going to do delivery driver. Now this part takes a lot longer than the other parts because you have to do 10 of them, and you can't do them like all at once, and you have to drive to a bunch of different places to do the deliveries. So you just grab yourself a bag. You can only grab 1 bag at a time. I tried grabbing multiple bags and it didn't work. So go outside, grab yourself one of these vehicles, and pretty much all of the houses are in the same direction towards that town. So you're going to go out, you take a right, you go over the bridge, and one of these houses is going to be your delivery house. You can see there's there's going to be an arrow on the bottom that points you in the direction that you need to go, and there's also going to be this blue sign that shows you exactly where to go as well. So that's just one of them. Then you're going to have to go through. I'd recommend go after you deliver one, go to the right, see that briefcase, just do the delivery job again, and that'll just teleport you right back to the delivery place where you can go. And it's a lot quicker than if you try to drive back to grab something, grab another car and do this. So we're just going to speed forward through the rest of these here. But basically you just go through and you get 10 of these. Now skipping through a few of those to save time, but basically all you're doing is grinding, delivering a bunch of those. Now after you delivered the 10th one, we've got one more job that we need to do, and it is not the server, it is not delivery cook, it is the supplier. So this one's pretty quick and straightforward and easy. You teleport to the supplier area, you get into one of the trucks, and then you drive into one of these open bays over here. Now when you're in the proper area, you can see that the little box underneath you is going to turn green, and there's something above you that is going to move and come over to your head. So get out of the vehicle, and then get out of the vehicle and come over here and push the buttons on some of these crates, and you want to fill the truck with, it holds 16 total. There's 8 on the bottom layer, 8 on the top layer. You can keep pushing the button, but it's not actually adding more crates to your truck. It's just adding, it's just making those crates fall off. So after you've got your truck filled, go into the truck, and we're gonna go drive over to the fast food restaurant. So we just turn around. As always, we've got the arrow on the bottom that is directing us where to go. And it's pretty easy. If we got to know the map pretty well in the last part during the deliveries, we're just driving back to our area, and over on the side of the building there is a spot there where you can drop things off. Some people might pull up ahead of you, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to crash into other vehicles. You can have 2 of them there at the same time, and once you're under there, you can see it just sucks all that stuff up. And then after you've got all of those missions done, it says congratulations, and you've got the badge on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Sparks Kilowatts secret package in The Day the Noobs Took Over Roblox 2. That is a really long name. So as soon as you spawn, it gives a splash screen. You go forward, you've got Sparks there, you go teleport through her door, and you get taken to this special area. You've got a bunch of people up here, up the stairs. There's a cutscene. I just skipped the cutscene. There's a lot of cutscenes, guys. You're going to spend a lot of time just watching NPCs talk to you. But after that, you go down this orange portal, and then from here, you're going to go into this area, which is the egg dropper area. So this is very reminiscent, and also the 2008 egg hunt. Lots of questions about it. So these questions will be very different. There's a lot of different questions. If you get it wrong, it's fine. It'll ask the next one, and you can just keep guessing until you get 5 of these right. This is a very forgiving mission. See, it says wrong, so if you get it wrong, it's no big deal. It will just ask the next question. So this is basically about the eggs from 2008. Some of them have a story, you know, some of them you had to have teamwork, some of them you couldn't get, some of them had different names originally, like the tiny egg of non-existence, which you guys can actually get now, which if you saw my April Fool's video, it's kind of strange. It all went full circle there. Anyway, so we've got 4 out of 5 of them. So now in 2008, the egg rain, which one looked like crumpled paper? So that was this one right here. So as soon as you're done and you get all 5 of those correct, you want to stand on this platform here in the middle with the smiley face, because it is going to rise up. So you want to rise up with it and go to the next area. So next area, there's just an open door, and you have to go through. You interact with these eggs, and as you interact with these eggs, they melt, and they melt portions of the ice that are preventing you from getting through to the next place. So looks like this was not the proper way to go, but we're really close. So we're gonna melt this one down over here. Now we've just got this last one over here, and now we're out. So now this, you can step on red, but don't step on any blue. Some of these change colors from red to blue, and you don't want to jump on them while they're blue. And then of course there's also some of these barriers that you have to jump over, and I just touched one there, and you can see it just sets you back a little bit. So there's like checkpoints. There's also one of those things at the end, so you can't see it. It almost blends in a little bit at the end of this. You can see there's still one thing right there you got to jump over. So that one just kept getting me at the end of these. The fact that there was an extra one at the very end, I kept running into it, and it kept resetting me back. So yeah, just wait as these turn red, you jump across, and you get to the other side. Now this one, you interact with that egg in the middle, and that's going to give you different gravity. So this part, most of the jumps are not too tricky, and you can get little checkpoints along the way, but there is one of the jumps that proved to be very tricky for me, and it's this one right here. I had to jump. I just was not getting high enough. So I had to make sure I finally got over there, but it took a little bit of effort. Now we just jump down across to the other side of the wall, and we're going to go to this little teleporter. Now we're going to have this thing right here, and you have to pull the lever. And inside of there, after you pull the lever, you can see that there is going to be a egg that is going to talk to you right there. So after that egg talks to you, he's basically, you can't stop me. He's gonna make you go get some more eggs, basically. So climb up to this side. You can see there's one egg. Oh, if he hits you, he might launch you across. Just climb back up there. You can see that you're holding the egg, and you're gonna have to climb on over to the other side to drop the egg off over here. So these are all 2008 egg hunt or egg drop or egg rain eggs. So you just have to keep going over here, pick up an egg from the pillar, and then make your way over to the other side. If you die, it's okay. It's very forgiving. It will reset. You can come back and try it again. So while you're doing this, that egg up at the top is trying to shoot at you and destroy you throughout this whole process. So you want to make sure you avoid getting shot. And over here, just make sure you don't hit the landmines. That part's pretty simple, pretty easy. Making our way to the top there, and we put that one in there. Now we're just going to go across, and there is one final egg that we have to get from the pedestal to bring over to the other side. So here we go. We've got that one. We're rolling over here. This one's not very difficult or tricky at all. So we put that one in there, and now there's a portal that opens up in the middle. Go in there, and then across the portal, those guys are going to go after you, so you want to avoid them. The red ones are going to end up disappearing eventually, so you see how they're red. You don't want to step on them when they go red and then black. Now, this part right here was the trickiest for me, because we got this guy, but then over here, those things are just, like, it seems like the panels right here are just launching you. Like, even when I wasn't really getting hit from those things, they seem to be pushing me. So it's just really weird. You stand on this stuff and you seem to get pushed. So just got to make your way through here and just try to run through, avoid getting hit by those things. Eventually you'll make your way through. But yeah, this part is a little bit derpy, and it does kind of toss you around like a ragdoll a little bit. Now this next part is really easy. You just have these stars that are spinning, and as they're spinning and rotating, you just want to make your way across over to the other side. Yeah, so again, this one shouldn't be very difficult. They're spinning really slow. Now here, I'm pretty sure you need to avoid these Fabergé eggs. I didn't get touched by any of them, but they look like if they touch you, they're going to probably explode or something. I'm not sure, but just don't get touched by those. Now, after this, all you have is a really, really long period of time of cutscenes. You're going to hear this guy talk, you're going to get an egg, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that they're just going to talk. There's a long dialogue here, and it's going to take probably 3 minutes or so. Anyways, at the end of the dialogue that you have to sit through and you have to listen, this person right here with an eye patch who was telling you a story the whole time gives you the secret package, and you can see on the bottom right that you've got yourself that bag. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's secret package in the game Destined to Fail. So this game, not sure what's going on. Basically, your character comes in here, wakes up. You're going to be in a server all by yourself. You're going to try to click on this clock. You can't click on the clock. It's just a bunch of random things that just go wrong. I've got the speed going about twice as fast as it normally is. So this is at double speed. So it's going to take you about 3 minutes to do this whole thing. Not very long, short and sweet. So here you put all the ingredients into the bowl. We've got Tabasco sauce for some reason that we're putting in with our cereal, and then we're putting it in the oven. And so we're also setting the house on fire in the process of doing that. Now we run around like crazy. I'm not sure what this is, if it's our arm or what's sticking out. Anyways, we run around the house a little bit, and you're going to see that there's going to be prompts to do things. So we can open the door. There's a tax guy out there, and he just says that he's here to collect the taxes. And we got to go hide the evidence, which I think is why we're burning the house down. So now we're going to go up to this thing and push it, and it just randomly spits out the tax returns and Krabby Patty recipes. I have no idea. It is really random. Then eventually you can click on the window here and you escape out the window and you run and the house explodes. And when the house explodes, you'll see on the bottom right that you've got yourself the badge and you've got the crate. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's Kilowatt secret package in the game Find the Square. So it says right there, survive till round 25 in either Find the Square or Simon Says mode to win. So in between rounds, there is different types of rounds. Like right now you can see there's there's spleef. I had to go through a few spleef rounds before I got to a find the square round. So right here, it says a color at the top, and then you go and you stand on that color. You've got a little countdown, and when that countdown goes down, all of the other colors are gonna disappear. So if you guys are colorblind, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, like I'm not sure what to say, or if there's any way to do this. This doesn't seem like it caters to anyone who might be colorblind, but if you're not and you can actually play this one, all you have to do is just keep playing this until you get to level 25. Simon says mode. I didn't get that round at all. Pretty self-explanatory there, but this, all you have to do, it's pretty easy. It doesn't take too long. You should be able to do it in about 5 minutes to get to round 25. So all you have to do is see, you know, light blue, white, black, whatever the color is, try to get onto it and just try to survive past round 25. So this one, again, pretty easy to get. Shouldn't take you too long, and also very straightforward unless you are colorblind. So we're speeding up a little bit past this point, as we like to do during those pointless times. So because this one, you don't really need to have it real time 1-to-1, but you can see right there on the bottom right, I've got the badge now that we've made it to round 26. And if you actually do survive longer than anyone else, then you will actually be the winner for the whole round. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's secret package in the game Incognito. So when you start, you can see a little splash screen there, and you'll start right next to an NPC of Sparks. You talk to her, and she says that she's got a mystery crate for you, but you have to find some pieces for her. So there's 4 things that you have to do. You can see right there, 4 missions. Now, if you go and talk to her, you can see it again, or if you click the icon on the right, you can see you have to win a game, you have to get a power core, blinker fluid, which is hilarious to me, and spaceship gear. Blinker fluid, it's kind of like a joke thing, like you tell people to get blinker fluid, and if they don't know anything about a car, there's no such thing as blinker fluid. So anyways, each match, what you have to do is, it depends on your role. Sometimes you're a double agent, but it will tell you exactly what you need to do for your role in order to win. You could be a cop, you could be a robber, there's various different roles, and it's going to tell you each time. But each round, you need to at least win one, but for the most part, what you want to do is look around the map to try to find the pieces that you need. So each map has pretty much one piece. Like right there, we've got one of those pieces right there. Okay, so we've got the first out of 4. Next thing we're gonna do is, as a part of this round, we managed to stay alive, so we got a victory. So that's 2 out of 4. So you have to get a victory, and you have to get all of the parts. We've got 2 more parts that we need to get. Like I said, each map has 1 part in it. You can't find like all 3 parts in one map. Everybody in the map can actually get the part, not just one person, which is awesome. And they're usually pretty easy to find. And so here's the second one. There is a gear right there, so you can see as you touch it, it says how many out of 4 you've got. This next round, we're a cop, so just doing this, and you may end up going through rounds like randomly, and you'll just see the same part. Now, if you guys are all working together to try to find the stuff, if you find that there's like another gear, like we found in here in this room, we already have the gear. This is the 3rd game that we played, and we just all reset. So just reset, you'll start up, you'll go through intermission, and then you'll go into another round. Now this round, we're a robber, and all we're doing at this point is looking for the last piece. So they're usually pretty easy to find though, like right over there. This one didn't take long to find at all. So there we go. That is the last piece right there. You can see it says task 4 out of 4 complete. Then over on the right side, click on Spark's face, and then it will automatically claim. You don't even have to click on claim right there, but you can see you've got that badge on the bottom right hand corner of this. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Spark's Kilowatts secret package in the game Superpower Fighting Simulator. So when you start out, these arrows are going to point you straight over to this NPC of Spark's Kilowatts. Now if you've already played the game and you've got a whole bunch of endurance and strength and psychic, then doing this is going to be really quick and really easy. But it's one of those simulators. On the bottom you can see your gear. You've got 1, 2, and 3. Number 1, with the muscles you get strength. Number 2, with the shield you get endurance. Number 3, with the brain you get psychic. So you just basically equip it, and then you just keep clicking in order to build up whatever that one is until the quest is complete. After you do the parts of the quest that you need for her to do, then you just go talk to her again, and she's just going to give you another list of quests. What I recommend is just click through what she's saying, and then on the left side where it says quests, just go click on that, and it will show you on the top what you need to do. But this is just a little bit more grinding. You have to get the multipliers. If you just play the game normally, over on the left side it says stats, and with the stats you can buy multipliers. Now, I recommend go online and look for Superpower Fighting Simulator codes, and you can find a bunch of Twitter codes, you can get a bunch of tokens, and you can buy a bunch of stats and make that part go by really, really easy without grinding too much. Then there's a little bit more grinding with strength, and the numbers are going to be a little bit higher because you're going to have higher stats. But also another place where you can go and help your multipliers is over here at the gym. So right here, after you get that 1k strength, you can get a 5 times multiplier on your strength, and you can multiply your endurance over there as well. So if you guys are trying to get that quicker, that's another way to do it. Then go back to her, talk to her again. Then once you've got the strength and the endurance that you need, then she's just going to tell you another quest that you have to do. So we're going to go look at our quests over here. Now this one says to open ancient chests. Now we have to open 5 of the ancient chests. So over here where it says upgrade, over on the left side, click on upgrade, and down there where it says ancient item boost, go to the shop, and then it says basic chest right there. So you can open up the treasure chests. Well, you can open up ones that cost more if you want. Also, it's to open those, you need some of the diamonds, and in order to get the diamonds, you're going to get them as you're going through the game as well as you're getting missions done. But you may have to just kind of go through and do some of the basic tutorial stuff in the game and go through some of those missions just to kind of get a little bit ahead, get yourself some tokens and get yourself some diamonds. But again, don't forget to look online for some videos on the codes. There's a bunch of codes that are available. So after you get your 5 treasure chests, again, we're going to go and we're going to talk to her, and we're going to look at the quests, and it says quests complete for that as well. So we've got our endurance, our strength, and our psychic. Again, you're just going to have to get bigger numbers on that. So each time it's just a little bit more grind trying to get your strength. Now, if you keep increasing your stats over there on the left side, it's going to go by faster. You're going to have much more multipliers for that whole thing. But now it says all the quests are complete, and you can see on the bottom right that we've got the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's Terror Case in the game Firefighter. So when you start out, you're going to see an NPC of Faye right there, and she says, "You want my terror case?" Of course, as usual, you're going to have to do some work for it. So this one is pretty simple, shouldn't take too long. Basically, you just have to go through one round of the game. There's a mall, there's a hotel, there's a forest, all of them pretty much the same thing. But it says, look at the flame in her hand. There's purple flames. You have to put out 6 of those purple flames. So when you start in the round, you can see there's a timer up at the top. You want to get into your vehicle and you want to go to where the fire is. So the fire trucks don't do well off of the main road, but the fires themselves are not difficult to find. So we found our fire over here at the mall. We've got a fire extinguisher and we've got an axe. The fire extinguisher, you can see right here, if you get too close to the fire, it is going to burn you, and it's going to burn for a period of time, and it's going to take about a quarter to a third of your life. So you don't want to step into that. I found in first person, it's a little bit easier to use your fire extinguisher to put out the flames, but you can see back there, there's a purple one right there. We need to look for those purple ones, and we need to put out 6 of those. So a lot of them will actually spawn in the same spots, but they're not really difficult to find, not difficult to come across, and you've got quite a bit of time. So it doesn't hurt if you see a citizen to save a citizen while you're at it. So we've got one of those. Here's another one over here just across the way. If you can't get into any particular room, use your axe. You can usually axe through just about anything. The purple flames will also burn you just like the other flames, so you want to watch out for that. And you can see when your hydrant is out, it's not putting out any fires, and it says next to the picture of the hydrant on the left side towards the bottom, you can do an instant refill by spending 20 Robux, and that'll just fill it up, and then you can start fighting fires again. Or you can just walk out and you can go out to where the fire truck is. And then if you just stand up next to the fire truck, you can see it is slowly going to start filling your fire extinguisher back up. So it does take a little bit of time. You're going to have to stand there for a while to get it filled up. So I would recommend I would just at first just try to find 6 of the purple flames and put those out. So now that we know that we're focusing on those ones, we're going to find those purple flames. Looks like we've got a couple of them now, and more new ones spawning here in spots where we've already put them out. So we're going to go upstairs. Looks like a room that we can't get by, so we're going to use our axe, and then we're going to go in there and we're going to put out that flame. Then we're going to go down. We see one more. We've put out 5. So this is going to be number 6 as far as purple flames. So you can see on the bottom left, comes by really quick, but we've got 6 out of 6. And then after that, you can see you're just going to get a score of +5 points when you do that. But now that you've got 6 of them, you can't just leave the server or anything. You have to finish the round. So you have to wait for the timer up at the top to count down. It doesn't hurt to go and save some citizens while you're at it. Go put out some other fires. I actually purchased a instant refill just to see if it worked, but it's only for 1 refill. It doesn't actually give you instant refill as like a badge, so I wouldn't purchase that. But you can find some citizens up here. If you grab the citizens, you talk to them, they will follow you, and then you just help them find their way outside, and then they are saved. Now, you don't have to save all of the citizens by the end of the time in order to get the item. I was worried that that was the case, but you don't have to do that. I don't even know if you have to save any of them or if you just have to get to the end of the round. So basically just worry about getting the purple flames and then finishing the round without dying. So don't run into too much fire because that will kill you. But if you run into 1 or 2, you will get some more life left. But time out, it says there's still 4 citizens in here. But more importantly, on the bottom right, you can see that you've got the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get phase terror case in the game Ghost Simulator. So when you start out, there's a little arrow that just points you the direction that you need to go to teleport to the area for the Metaverse event. So you go in there and you teleport. It's going to ask if you want to. So you say yes. And when you teleport, there's this person right here, Metaverse person, the NPC. They're going to talk to you a lot. I'm cutting out a lot of the talking and then also kind of speeding up certain parts as well. Anyways, you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen what your missions are. You have to get 5 of these fox characters or fox ghosts and then 3 of the mushroom ghosts. So you just have to go and suck them up. You can see on the upper right hand corner it shows your progress, and then when you're done it says go back and talk to Mia. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna talk to that person. She's gonna give you some emeralds as a reward, and then she's gonna give you another mission. Next mission is to find a wishing well. So from this little log here at the top, we've got that tree trunk. Down at the bottom right here, it looks almost like a cemetery, like a headstone. Go there, and when you touch that, it will tell you to go back and talk to Mia. So you go back to the top, you talk to Mia. So after that, the next thing is you have to go to the shop and you have to use the emeralds that she gave to you in order to open a box and get one of these pets. If you don't have enough emeralds, then you can keep going through and you can keep killing some ghosts. So next thing right there, you just go talk to her afterwards, and then she's going to send you on another mission. Now this next mission is going to be a bit time consuming. Don't worry, in the video I make it go by a lot faster. But after you talk to her, she gave you a star. The star is going to give you access to this. It won't work if you're holding your vacuum, so make sure you're not holding your vacuum. So up here it shows that you have to kill 20 ghosts. I recommend let them bunch together and let them just keep circling around them as you're sucking up the ghosts in the middle, just one at a time. Try not to get hit, because as you get hit you can see the corruption thing, the purple thing underneath the numbers for the ghosts. As that goes up, that's basically your life. So if that gets all the way to the top and corruption gets full, then you're gonna die and you're gonna have to come back in and you're gonna have to start doing this all over again, at least this particular mission. So again, same thing, there's a couple different doors that you go through, and each time I just recommend the same strategy. Let them kind of bundle together and you just shoot them. As you kill some ghosts, some other ones are going to come towards the outside. Just let them get there in the middle. Try to avoid all the things that they're shooting at you with, because they're going to keep shooting at you. But yeah, just keep going around in circles, jump over their bullets, and each one of these levels you're going to have to defeat more and more of these. Now the final stage you have right here, the Meep, and you have to defeat this Meep. It's a final boss. First you defeat the bubbles. After you defeat the bubble shield around it by shooting it, you go up to it and then you hit it with your vacuum cleaner. Try to avoid getting hit by all of the balls and all of the lasers, because that will make your corruption go up, and that's basically your life right there. So yeah, just keep shooting down the force field, get close to it, and then use your vacuum, shoot the force field, get close, use your vacuum, and then eventually it will die. You will go back through the teleporter, and it says all you have to do is go back up here, and you have to talk to Mia one more time. We're going to come up here to the top. We're going to talk to this NPC over here, and now that you've done all the missions, you're going to talk to them, and they're going to say, "You're back, good job." And basically, as one of your rewards, you can see is Faye Yoshida's mystery crate. So when this part is over, you can see you've got Faye's chest. You will get a badge on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and the badge will pop. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's Terror cased in the game Guesty. So when you get in there, you need enough people in the server for it to work. You can go to public servers. Maybe you can just get into a game, and they can pretty much do it for you. But you got to vote on this Metaverse chapter right here in the bottom, in the middle. It's after chapter 7. Now, after you do that, I'd recommend get into a server with a bunch of people. It really is, this is just like any other piggy slash granny game. It's a cookie cutter. You go in there, you find keys, you open doors, you advance, and you try to escape. So I'd recommend do player, and if you're working with people, have the player just kind of sit off to the side. If you're doing bot and stuff, you got to run away from things. But basically, there's a bunch of different doors. There's different keys for the different doors, and the keys are going to appear. The first couple keys that you need, first items that you need, key cards, they're going to be in random places here. So we've got like benches down here in the subway area. You can find some stuff in there. You've got Faye right there, and your mission basically is to save Faye. Right now she's under the train. She's supposed to be like in front of the train, but you need to get a handle in order to move that train, to get that train to go back, and then you've got to save her, and then you touch her, and then you escape, and then you get the badge. So again, like there's this key. A bunch of people in the server are going to grab different keys in different locations. There's one right here on this bench. That's where they found it, but different rounds, different items are going to spawn in different locations. So just look around, try to get it. Whatever color key you get, open that colored door. Like up here, there's this little picnic area. Now this is a place where you can find some keys right there as well. So easily, just there should be a couple of things just out in the open. Now just use those to open the doors. Now when you go into those doors, you're going to find additional keys or cards or items, and then you take those items and you put them in the appropriate places to get the next item. It's pretty simple, guys. This isn't very difficult. It's just you know, one person doing it by themselves is a little bit more tricky. So I just say get into a server with a bunch of people, and everybody just try to find the parts, try to open the things, and you should be able to get it. Like right here, you have to find a hammer, and you have to put the hammer on that. Once you hit that thing with the hammer, it closes that noob guy right here, and then you can grab the spray paint, and then you can go and use the spray paint, and then you eventually get the handle, and then you get the handle and you put it next to the subway, and you move the subway train, and that's basically how you do it. So there's of course, like I said, there's different rooms, different colored rooms, different keys. Use the keys to unlock the doors. You can only hold one item at a time. You might have to go through this a couple times, but you might also just go into a public server and start into it and get like halfway through and everybody's escaping, and you just escape and you don't have to really put any effort towards it. But remember this noob right here, so he's holding the hammer, and when you put that hammer there, that's when you can actually get the spray paint. And then when you're done with that part, you want to go down to the bottom here, and you see how they use that handle to remove the subway train. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Just escape this game. It's not very difficult, guys. It's a very, very, very simple layout, so it's not hard to find all the items, open the doors, and then move on to the next part. So yeah, that's how you get it, and when you're done, you will get the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's Terror Case in My Skate Park. So when you start, you want to select skate so you can move around a little bit faster. And then Faye's going to tell you that someone stole the parts to her skateboard. So you have to find the parts. And then there's a little cutscene that shows you the different areas. There's one there, there's one here, and there's one here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get these. Thanks again to my friend Blazies, who already had this one and came and showed me how to do it. So let's see. So follow where I go basically in the video. There's 3 different spots. The first one is on the end of a really big ramp, and you don't actually have to go up to the top of the ramp like I do. You can just go down the side of it, but you can see what we do here in a minute. Right here, this big one over off to the corner, you can climb up here if you want, and it takes a little bit of time to climb to the top. And then basically the item or the piece to the skateboard is at the end of the ramp, but you can see that here that I don't actually make it to the end of the ramp. I drop off a little bit and then I click so that I can skate, and then I kind of fall off to the end, and I didn't actually go off the end. But over here you can just jump onto the side, which I'd recommend just do that in the beginning, and then you can see the part of the skateboard is right there. So yeah, just 2 more parts, and just follow where I go here in this video and collect those parts. All right, then here we go to the final part. When you pick that up, Faye is going to talk to you, and you can see on the bottom right corner of the screen, you've got yourself that badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get phase terror case in the game RB Battles. So you go in the game and first thing you have to do, you have to get 2 coal eggs. So every now and then it's just going to keep on playing these mini games, and unless you go to spectate mode, then you will be part of the mini games. So you want to collect 2 coal eggs to get to the next part. There's a balloon, and in order to get to that part, you got to get the eggs. So every single mini game that you have, there's an egg in there. Everyone in the map can collect the egg. So usually they're pretty easy to find. They're not very hidden. Sometimes you have to go a little bit through the game in order to get to the next part, so you can get the egg, like this one, for instance, in this lava run map. We climb up here. Now, right over on the other side of this box, right there, you can see right there, there is a coal egg. So we've picked up one of the coal eggs right there so far. Here's a next round right here, the bubble blast right there. So you can see the coal egg was right there. We picked it up. It was really easy. You just run around the circle until you see it, and then you pick it up. So now that you've got 2 coal eggs from 2 of the mini games, you can actually go past this barrier, and there is a hot air balloon over there that looks like an egg. You'd almost think that they were signing up for the egg hunt. Anyways, it's going to teleport you after a bunch of cutscenes over this next area. So this first part, you have to collect, there's 60 orbs, and you have to collect all of them in order to expose the key that you need to get to the next area. So of course this is going to be easier if you've got 4 people in a server all working together. Some of these orbs are on the lily pads. Check on top of the rocks. Some of them you have to actually jump up in the air in order to grab them. None of them are really hidden or anything. They're really easy to find. So after you get all 60 of those from running around, you can see over here that the key opens. So one person needs to go over there and grab the key. Okay, so we've got the key. Now that we've got the key, we're going to go to the door to go to the next part. So here we go. We're using the key. We're getting access to the next area. So this is a little bit of a maze, but it's more of a, you got to catch this key. The key runs pretty fast, so I recommend, in order to catch up to it, do some rolling, do some jumping, try not to run into the walls like I did. Anyways, once you go fast enough from rolling, you can eventually catch it. Or if you have more people in the server, you can have someone cut it off and have someone on either side of it. Anyways, once you catch that one, and you've only got a certain amount of time, guys, some of these, they're counting down at the top. And when that runs out, you may have to start the whole thing all over from the beginning. So make sure you guys are quick enough. Now, you want to make sure you get at least 50, or you want to get plenty of these little yellow balls, because that's going to be ammo against the boss when you go up against them. But in this part, different panels have these blocks. Some of them are up there where you're supposed to enter them, and you can see we've passed a bunch of these. They're not difficult to find at all. They're just kind of along those panels where the zip lines are. You go up to the top and you want to enter them into this thing so you can expose the key. Now it goes in there in a certain pattern. You can see it's just kind of like a, I don't know, like a sideways 8 or an infinite sign around the key. Just want to make it look just like that image around the key. So now we just need to go back in these zip lines, try to see if we can find any more of these boxes. The boxes generally are not around the ground floor. They're up here where the zip lines and all that stuff is. So now that I've got one and Ultimate has the other one, we've got the last ones. We just click it. We're going to enter it in there. So when you enter all of these blocks in there, you can see that it exposes the key, and now one of the people can actually grab that key. So we're going to grab this key and we're going to go to the next door just like we have with the previous ones. So okay, down here I'd recommend, if you can, if you don't have enough, I've only got 19 out of 50 of the ammo for the boss battle. There's still a few more things, and there's still plenty of opportunity to get it, but it's never a bad time to just pick up. Make sure you have enough of those, because it's a really strong weapon against the boss battle. So Ultimate has opened the next area. We're going to come in here. This one's not too difficult in Hop City. Towards the end, there's just a bunch of rabbits there, and in the middle of those rabbits, right there on the left side, there's a key. So you just grab that key right there in the middle of the rabbits. Looks like my friend already got it. And then in order to get to the next part, you got to make sure you have that key. So you just put the key right in there. Now this next part, there's a whole bunch of key cards sprawled out all over the place, and only one of them is actually going to work. So you want to pick one up, then you want to arm it like your gear, then you want to put it in that thing, and if it says red, then it's not the right one. So you want to keep going around, get these, and then put them inside of that machine. Just make sure you actually put it all the way inside the machine, and it's yours that went in, not somebody else's, because you could still be holding on to one, and makes it difficult to pick up another one. But the timer's running, and generally the very last one that we put in, I'm not sure, maybe you have to put in all of them, but I think it's just one of these that is actually going to access the next part. And then we've got Faye Yoshida. She's like, come on, there's something, I don't know, something's going on. I think she's trying to tell us something. Lassie, what, is Timmy stuck in a well? Is Timmy stuck in a well, Faye? Okay, we're going to come and defeat this guy and get him out of the well. All right, so this is the boss battle. I recommend use that F right there, all of those, the ammo that you picked up, the super gun ammo, use that because that's way more effective on him. So you want to circle around him, you want to jump over the shock waves, and you want to avoid anything that he hits you with. You can die 3 times, guys, so if you get knocked off or you lose life, and you die, you can respawn and continue. But if you lose all your lives and you don't have any left, then you're gonna die and you're gonna have to start this whole thing all over. Anyways, when you defeat the boss, you can see you've got the badge there on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's terror case in the game Row Citizen. So when you start out, you want to pick criminal if you have played it before, or it's making you citizen, or you've picked police by accident. Go to this person here by the spawn, and her name's Emma, and you can actually switch teams. I recommend doing this on the criminals team. It's a lot easier. Otherwise, from the police team, you can do a mission, and you got to go arrest people and all that stuff, and it's just so much easier to be criminal. So switch to the criminal team. Then you see on the bottom left, there is a map there, and it shows you all the locations that you can go to in order to spray paint the walls. Now there's more than 5. There's tons of them all over the place, and you may get, if you're in a public server, you may get arrested by people in the process. Just keep coming back and keep doing more of these, but you just need to do 5 of these in order to get the badge. It takes a little while once you start the spray painting. It takes a few seconds. It takes like a good, I don't know, 20 seconds before it's done spray painting, but when you've done the 5th one, you can see on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you've got yourself the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's terror case in the game Speedrun Simulator. So this is one of those games where basically all you have to do is as you run, you get stuff, and as you click, you get stuff too. So you want to keep getting a whole bunch of clicks, and as you get clicks, you're going to keep leveling up. And of course, pets help you. If you have friends who play this game, they can give you some pets. The pets help with multipliers, but if you get enough of those clicks over there, or the speed, you add some of the speed, then you can start opening some of the pets, and those will help you. Also, there's some things that you can buy if you want to spend Robux for multipliers, and the little loops all around the map, those can help you. But at the top, you can see it says rebirth right there. Right now, let's see, we're going to close this. We're not going to rebirth just yet, but you see how it says 100%? Once that says 100%, go up there and rebirth. So all you need to do is try to get 15 rebirths, basically. You have to just keep going through, get enough speed and enough clicks, and then you can see up there right now we're at 12%. We can do, and we did a rebirth, but you have to get 15 of those. And over here we have this teleporter over here. We've got Faye's terror chest over here, and it's going to tell you that you've got to do the 15 rebirths, and you need like, I think 125k speed. But once you've got 15 rebirths and you've got enough multipliers and you've got some pets and stuff, you've got enough of that. But these things around the map, of course, those are going to help you gain speed a little bit faster. So you just keep walking, you keep getting those, you keep getting rebirths, and you just kind of grind away because it's a simulator and that's what you do. So then after that, all you have to do is, once you've got the requirements, you just go through that portal and you're just going to get it. It's not going to take you anywhere. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just walk right through that and you will get the badge in the bottom right side of your corner. If you've already done that and you're walking through and it's not working for you, you can change the date on your device, either your mobile device or your computer, to the 12th. So if you change it to May 12th, it'll actually work. But yeah, otherwise, I just say get those requirements done. Wait until tomorrow when the event is officially released, and then go through there and get yourself the badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's terror case in the game Bean Blast. So when you come in here, all you have to do is you can talk to Faye over here. She's going to tell you about her teleporter is broken and she needs 3 shards. So very similar to some of the games, some of the missions that we've seen already as a part of the Metaverse thing. This is very similar to the game Drop Blocks. Remember last week or the week before, there was a Drop Blocks thing. You had to go through 3 different missions, and during those 3 missions, you had to collect some of the shards. Now this is the same thing. She needs 3 meta shards to fix her portal, and then you can come back, you can go through the portal, and you can go to the next part. So all you have to do is go through the mini games. Each of the mini games are fairly easy. There's some obbies. There's some of them where you have to step on squares and tiles and do different stuff. But each one of these, there is going to be a shard hidden somewhere. So it might not necessarily be obvious when you first go through it. So if you have an obby, don't just go straight to the end right there because you haven't collected it yet. You want to make sure that you collect any shard that you're in here for the obby. So I haven't collected this one yet. We're going to go a little bit further down below, and we're going to see if the shard is actually down there. And you can see right there, that's where the shard is. So once you go up to it, you just interact with it to collect it. So hold that button down, make sure you collect it. And you can see on the bottom right, it says that I've got 1 shard. So now we've gone through an intermission section, just kind of skip through that. Go to a second game. Now we've got the shard in the middle there. Once again, we find the shard and we go and collect it. Then you can just keep on playing that mini game. Now the last one here, I got a obby once again, and towards the end of this obby, we're kind of cutting out the first part, but it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You just go forward in the obbies. The physics are a little weird when you jump. It's almost like it's slippery. It's like you're almost in space. You tend to glide a little bit more than you would probably want. So after you've got all 3 of those shards, you can see on the bottom right, you've got 3 of those. Now we come and we talk to Faye again. So now that we've talked to Faye and we've got them, she's going to be like, woohoo, you found all the shards. Now she's going to put the portal back together, and then you can actually go and walk through the portal, and then after that, it might take a little bit of a delay before it teleports you over here. Then there's just one last obby here that we have to go through. Now this beginning part is actually the only fairly even like reasonably difficult part, because when you jump in the air, it just feels like you glide quite a bit. The physics are not quite what I'm used to here on Roblox and most like Roblox obbies and Roblox games. So after that, all we have to do is just follow along this obby, and it's pretty easy. By the time we get to the end, we will have Faye's treasure chest. So the next part right here on the left, when you jump on those panels, you do sort of like slip down a little bit. So like right here, you don't want to slip down and fall. So make sure you jump onto the next panel. Some of them seem like they're a little bit more slippery than others. So after that, if you've got past that part, we're just going to roll down here to this next part, and you can see at the very bottom we've got Faye, and she's got her terror case. Interact with it to collect, and you can see on the bottom right that you've got yourself that badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's terror case in the game Bloxy War. So when you start, it says Metaverse champions, collect 10 of those meta eggs, and then you'll win, basically. So you can see, you just click on claim. This one, you can get into a server by yourself, a VIP server by yourself, and it's probably actually easier to do it that way. Otherwise, you could be competing with people with these items. So in order to get these items, let's see, I'd recommend do Team Turf War and then do Future Neo City. It's a pretty small map. These things are going to spawn in the middle of the map, starting off usually in the very beginning. They might not be there in the beginning, but pretty much every minute or every 45 seconds in the map, they are going to spawn. So if you're in a VIP server by yourself, after a certain amount of time, it turns cold. But right before that, these things pop up. So I was able to go in there and I was able to get them all by myself in the server. It was going to shut down all by itself because there was no one else in the game. Now this is the second one, same map, same team, go in there right away. There's 2 of those things. So now that there's 2 of those, that's cool. But now we're going to wait until it almost times out for the game after about 45 seconds, and there's nobody else in the game, not even 45 seconds, I think it's about 30. Then it comes and it says cool, it's a cold game. So if there's other people in the server though, whoever gets those is going to get them. People are going to be fighting for those. Only one person can pick up each one. So again, another reason to do it in another server by yourself. So we're doing the 3rd round here, same map. Any of the maps, it's going to be in the middle, and it's going to spawn every, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds, and then some people are going to be able to pick them up. So you just want to play the game, stay towards the middle, and try to pick those items up. After you've got number 10, you can see on the bottom right of the screen, we've got ourselves that badge. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's terror case in the game Clown Killings. So you're going to see in the lobby, Faye is right there. You talk to her, and there's a checklist next to her. It says win a game. You have to find her spray paint can, you have to find her backpack, and you have to find her radio. So the spray paint can is actually really easy. It's right there next to the list. So you just go and walk over it, and you can see it turns. It'll glow a little bit to show that you've collected it, and then you can see right here, it checks that off. So the next 2 we're going to show you how to do winning a game. All you have to do in a game, if you're the clown, you have to kill everybody, or if you are the survivor, you got to survive. But next thing right here, here's the backpack. Like, I was the clown, and I was able to collect it as the clown as well. So you can get it as a clown or as a survivor. So we've got that in one map, and different maps have different things in different places, but they're not too difficult to find. Each of these items popped up up really easily. But there is the radio right there. So go find the radio in the map. This is very similar to the game Incognito, how we had to go and find different items. Now you go back there and you can see we've got the spray paint, we've got the backpack, and we've got the radio, but winning a round is not checked off because we are in a VIP server. So that part you cannot do in a VIP server. You have to go into a public server and you have to actually win a round from there. So go into a public server as an innocent person, make sure you survive, or if you're the clown, make sure you can get everybody. And then after you do that, you can actually go and just collect that chest there standing right next to her. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to get Faye's Terror Case in the game Dragon Adventures. So as soon as you spawn, there's going to be some tutorial stuff you have to go through with an egg and a dragon. Really easy, they just walk you through it. But then once you go to the main area, talk to Faye. You can also click on the little chest on the right side and it will teleport you to her. She has a few tasks that she needs for you to do by talking to a couple of people, and these people you're basically trying to barricade the city to protect it from something that's coming. So down on the bottom, you click on layer, you select your dragon, you go and you ride it. Once you're riding it, you press on the Q button and you can fly. It's a lot easier, a lot quicker to get around if you just determine that you're gonna fly. So just fly, go and talk to Jack. He's the lumberjack over here by this little cabin, and you're gonna talk to him. He wants to build some walls and he needs your help. In order to help him, he's got piles of wood that look like this. It's really easy to see because of the big purple particles drifting off from it, and then you have to drop them off one at a time in that square that he's got right there. So we're gonna come out here, we're gonna go and we're gonna respawn our dragon, of course, because our dragon needs to pick these items up to bring them over there. But these are really easy to see, and they even respawn in the different areas. But over by the piles of wood, you can see I picked up this purple thing, and we're gonna put this one down over here. Now we're turning around and there's already another purple thing right there in the exact same spot. So it already respawned in the same spot. And then if you just keep flying around, see all those wood piles, it could potentially be by any of these wood piles, but it's all really close. And there's also another wood pile that's just close to the cabin that it could be right there, right next to the cabin already. See that? Down there next to the cabin, that's another one too. So after we get 3 of them, which is super easy, you go over there, you drop them off, and then Jack tells you about Karen. Karen is calling the cops because Karen has a little bit of a leak going on and she needs your help with the leak. So we're gonna follow the arrow, the purple arrow, to go and talk to Karen. That's really nice. Thank you to the devs for putting an arrow in there, not making us wander around. It's really nice having an arrow that shows you where to go. So her pipe has burst and she needs you to fix the pipes. And in order to fix the pipes, she suggests maybe using dragon breath. Okay, so I guess that's a good idea. So we're gonna pull our dragon out, and when we click on the left click button, it will breathe fire. So we just wanna go through and breathe fire on each and every one of those leaks, because I guess the fire is gonna seal up the hose, and it's gonna make it so the hose works normally, I guess. Anyways, when you're done doing all of those, it will automatically go to the cutscene. You'll talk to Karen, and Karen says, you need to go and talk to Faye. She's got a few more jobs for you to do. So once again, we're going to mount our dragon. We're going to follow this arrow. We're going to go to the middle of town, and we're going to talk to Faye. So she's right there, same spot. We're going to talk to her. She says, good job. I just got a couple more. Uh-oh, well, never mind. It looks like the fire monster decided to attack us a little bit earlier than expected. We had you scheduled, fire monster, for 4 p.m. and you're here at 2. We'd like for you to come back later. Otherwise, I guess we're just gonna have to defeat you. Yeah, never mind. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mount our dragon and we're gonna go defeat that fire monster on his own. So once again, we mount the dragon. We go over to the area that we're led to by the purple arrow. Thank you so much, purple arrow. Then over here in the bottom, you can see we've got this fire dragon. He doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage to you. Now, if I was far back, doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage. You gotta get like really, really close to him to do any damage, because I was worried that he was gonna do a bunch of damage to me, or that fire wasn't gonna work on him, but it actually does. But once you do get close enough, it doesn't take very long. He dies pretty quickly. And then after you kill him, you've saved the whole village. Why'd you go through all that trouble at this point? Like getting all the lumber and fixing that lady's hose, Karen's hose, when she was just rude to me. I was just jogging in the park. Anyways, yeah, go back to Faye, talk to Faye, And she's going to say, you did it. Thank you, adventure. And then because of this, they can live in peace. And also, she's going to say, accept this chest as a token of our gratitude. And you can see on the bottom right, you've got the badge. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you'd like to support, please use code DeeterPlay when buying Robux. And also make sure you subscribe and you've got the notification bell on, not only for the launchers, because I've got launchers for all of these launch boxes, but also future news, events, and free items that hit the catalog on Roblox. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.